I don't know how this looks, but I just want to talk about, like, if you're seeing no results and you feel stuck, what you're most likely doing is looking very closely at the recent week that's just happened, right? Everyone has bad weeks, everyone has bad days. This is not like some unique experience that you're having, right? What you need to do is expand the time that you're looking at, right? It's very easy to be disappointed in the 1 week, right? But if you expand the time frame and you look at it, the whole big picture, you will see from where you started to where you are now, and you will see that straight trend line of progress, right? Even if the progress isn't like financial, okay? Maybe it's engagement, maybe it's your skills getting better. Like I'll talk from my own personal experiences, right? With the engagement, right? Not really with the Instagram and the TikTok because I have the bias of people that already know me, right? But the YouTube is purely raw. It's purely people that didn't know me before, and this is the first thing they're seeing of me online. So it gives me a good picture of how the Instagram and the TikTok will eventually become once I rinse out the people that shouldn't be there, right? So if I look at 1 week, all I'm going to be seeing is like the views go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? If I look at just 1 week, right? Because I post like 5 times a day, maybe one day will be not so good, but the other day will be all right. And then the same thing, right? But if I look at the engagement from when I started the account to where I am now, it's literally just like high lows and keep going up and up and up. So if you expand the time frame, you begin to see how much progress you're actually making, and that's motivating enough. I'll talk about from like a skills perspective, right? I used to make like heaps of cold calls and not book any appointments. Like I think one day I made like 60, well, it was like 60 to 100 dials, is somewhere in there, and I only booked one, right? And I used to have this thing in my mind where, okay, if I book one appointment, I'm done for the day, right? And that would usually take me a long time. What something I'm battling with now is that my own mindset, right? My own like discipline is that I book the appointments very quickly at a much faster rate than when I used to. Like yesterday, I think I made like maybe 8 dials and I booked an appointment. The day before, it was the first dial I booked the appointment. But the thing is, I had this thing in my mind where, oh, I only needed to book one appointment and I'm done for the day, right? Because that used to be a big thing for me. Now it isn't a big thing with me. So I have to scrap that whole thing of one appointment a day because that's capping me at the moment. I have so much more time in the day, so much more time to make dials. And so I'm gonna have to just push past that, and if maybe I need to up the threshold to 2 and then see how that goes, and then 3 and see how that goes, then 5 and then 10. And yeah, all you gotta, and if I expand the time frame, right, I see my skills get so much better. Same with the sales calls, right? The first sales call was a fucking shambles. It was a shambles. Now I'm pretty confident. On Monday, I've got 2 appointments ready. Maybe one of them shows up. Okay, if both of them show up, doesn't matter because I know I have the skill of cold calling and I can just book them again, right? But if I extend the time frame, right, I can see my skills get better. And like the other day on Monday, this Monday, the person didn't show up for the call, right? And if I look at that one specific day, the bad day where they didn't show up to the call, I'd be down, right? But then if I look back to like a few months ago, I wasn't booking any calls. You know what I mean? So like if you just extend the time frame, the net trajectory is up. And that's all you got to do. If you feel like you're having a bad day, bad week, bad month, all you got to do, extend the time frame when you started to where you are. And that's all the motivation you need. It's just because you're always motivated when you're winning. So if you're not seeing results financially, you've got to find another metric that is going up, another thing to attach your motivation to. And then, yeah, when you're winning, you don't need motivation because you know you're winning. The winning is the motivation, it's the dopamine rush. So if you attach it to a metric that is going up over time, you're set. You don't need motivation, you don't need discipline because you're seeing results. And yeah, Obviously, I can't use the Instagram and the TikTok as that metric because it's got a bias to the people that already know me. But the YouTube is a raw method that I can attach the motivation to because the metrics are going up, and it's a good representation of what the Instagram and the TikTok will be in the future once I rinse out the people that shouldn't be there. That's one of the reasons why I unadded all my friends on TikTok, because now my posts won't show to them on their friends tab, and I'll get more raw engagement, more people that don't know me follow. And yeah, it will take a hit to my views in the short term, but in the long term, it should play out nicely. So we'll see what happens.